Hey, can I have 25 notes?
No.
With this treasure I summon, 2 armed monkey divergent Saiva divine general Primadon. GG.
これなら簡単だよ。かい。興味があるよ、プリマドン。いざの弱い私だったら、あなたは生き残っていただろう。でも今、領域展開。ドレッドスター水し。
Dreadstar Shrine, unlike other domains, manifest within reality. It is a truly divine technique.
角まで立っています。うが。
He's a Silentheart. I thought he shouldn't be able to use any mantras.
二つ押しの稲妻んたら、グランドジャブリン。
Chat, before I start the video, I just wanted to share something devious. There's this thing called Gear Up, right? And basically what it does is it just gives you better ping. Like it just straight up makes it better. But let's test it out. As you can see here, I'm averaging around 130 to 140 ping. But let's turn up Gear Up and see the difference in the same server. As you can see, I'm about 90 ping right now that my ping's averaged out. That's a 40 to 50 ping decrease. By the way, Gear Up isn't just for PC, you can get it on mobile too. Thank you to Gear Up for sponsoring. Now back to the video. Silentheart is often regarded as the black sheep of Deepwoken, mainly because the gameplay is just so different from any other oath. Instead of getting mantras you can spam, like Radiant Kick and Judgment.
Oh, what is...
Hell yeah. Mink! Easy!
All you do is parry, M1, Manicotti, and Ankle Cutter, and that's it. When Silentheart was first released, people accused it of creating a rock, paper, scissors meta, where Silentheart builds beat mage builds beat normal builds, and normal builds beat Silentheart. To fix this issue, the devs decided to remove pairing, applying silence to your opponent, as well as multiple nerfs to its kit. To this day, however, Silentheart is still incredibly problematic. I'm not saying that like it needs a nerf or anything, but I am saying it needs a rework. Silentheart sacrifices a lot of things that other oaths don't. You can't cast mantras, you can't feint mantras, you can't put gems on mantras, and you can't modify mantras, because you have no mantras. One of the ways that Silentheart can compete with builds that have up to 10 mantras is its 15% damage increase when you have max shred stacks. However, this makes Silentheart very one-sided. While it's supposed to be this oath that requires really high skill in order to get really high reward, it ends up just being a gimmick that allows certain builds to do insane damage. Have you ever fought a Silentheart gun build? I want to pull out my eyes every time I see one. It's so brain dead. You get hit by 2 bullets, bar and a half, gone. And I know they nerfed him, but still, it's still horrendous. Even Maestro Evangard Rest himself can't do anything about it. But how can we fix this? For starters, the damage that Silentheart does, little too much. You got Overflowing Dam, Ardor's Scream, the Dread Stack multiplier, and you know your various smaller buffs like Lose Your Mind. But just with Overflowing Dam and Ardor's Scream alone, which are the essentials for any Silentheart build, right? You get a 35% damage increase compared to most builds. That's not even counting anything else. So, if I'm being honest, remove the multiplier. Yeah, I know, I said it. I mean it. The multiplier, it's just a little too broken, you know? That's okay though, that's okay. I'm gonna list some changes that'll make it alright. So first, the oath is called Silentheart, right? It should focus on silencing, right? Wrong! Silentheart is really bad at silencing your opponent. I honestly think that Gale is better at applying Suffocate than Silentheart is at applying Silence. I mean, sure, you know, every once in a while, you'll land a crit or a flourish or an uppercut or something, but you get 3 seconds of silence for landing that. That's barely anything. You barely silence them. So, what we're gonna do is bring back Silence on parry. I know a lot of people hated it. I mean, come on. If a mage build can do all my HP in 2 moves, I should at least be able to stop them for 3 seconds. But, maybe it should have a conditional. Like, you gotta parry X number of mantras before you actually get the dread stack and the silence effect, you know? Another thing, Silentheart is really bad at group fights. You don't have AoE, and you can't bloodless, right? So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna add AoE, right? Manikati, second variation. Instead of just TPing to your opponent, you do like an AoE instead. Kind of like a Domain Breaker from Strongest Battleground, or Sorcerer Battlegrounds. This would really help with rounding out the Oath and making it more diverse. Next, alright, so, hear me out. Let's remove the cooldown on moves.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
I know that sounds stupid, right? But every move now requires a dread stack, and Manikati would require max dread stacks to be used. But why would we do this? Well, if I'm being honest, I just think it would be fun. You can kind of like turn your brain off with Silentheart, I'm not gonna lie. All you really gotta do is focus on parrying, and you don't have to worry about like cooldowns or anything. So, I think having to manage dread stacks would help Silentheart be more dynamic. Also, doing 3 ankle cutters in a row would be hype. Okay, final rework now. The forgotten talent, Merciless Blade. Merciless Blade gives a 25% faster grip speed. I mean, really, 25% faster grip speed? That's literally useless. There's, like, very few circumstances where that would be helpful. Most of the time, it's either a 1v1 where you can grip them, or it's a gank and someone has Reaper, which is probably you. So here's what we do, right? Instead of a stupid grip speed boost, right? Our enchants can now affect Silentheart abilities. And I know what you're thinking. Detonation, Manikati. And yes, that would be awesome. But also a little overpowered. So, we're gonna nerf it. Just a little bit, right? Manikati has a smaller chance of applying enchants. Like you gotta land it a couple of times, you know? Before I end the video, I just want to say thank you guys. I mean, I have a lot of fun making these videos, and I'm amazed at all the support I've received from you guys in the audience. So, thank you.